I love two-faced texture stitches that look great on both sides. So here is one of such reversible stitches that I've used in my cardigan, in my pullover sweater, and it's a perfect stitch for texture scarves and cozy cowls, especially if you use such bulky, thick yarns, or DK weight or Aran weight, and great presents for your loved ones. So for the stitch pattern, you will need a foundation chain here that is a multiple of 3 plus 1, and 1 is for the edge. For a scarf, you can chain the scarf that you will work. You will chain as long as you wish your scarf to be. And if you're making a swatch, just chain such a distance like here. This is a 15 centimeters, so 6 inches long, and count the number of chains, so whether it's a multiple of 3 plus 1. Here I have started with 10 chains, which is a multiple of 3 plus 1, 3 times 3 plus 1. Then I've chained 2 for the first row and worked first half double crochet stitch and fourth chain from my hook. And to make this beautiful edging here, it's better to work half double crochet stitches into these back loops. So you work half double crochet in fourth chain from the hook and in each chain across the row. And here you see that the number of my chains, this is my first half double crochet, 2 chains will count as my first double crochet, and in this scarf, in this particular scarf or gauge, and the number of half double crochet stitches is a multiple of 3, which is 9, and a total of these stitches is 10. Actually, the number of chains in my foundation chain. And now we start repeating 2 rows. For the first row, we will chain 1, and this is it won't count as 1 stitch, and then you work 1 single crochet into this first stitch. And yes, there sometimes you might work stitches here and sometimes here, and basically the loop here, this is the loop from your last stitch, right? And when we work into this loop, so it basically belongs to this second half double crochet, but usually we call it, when we turn, we work into our first stitch, and it's not the first stitch. So for this pattern, especially state that when you work into this loop, this is loop before your second half double crochet. So this is the one, because technically speaking it belongs to second, but when you stitch, but when you look from this side, you think it belongs to the first one. So I specify that you work into that loop before second half double crochet. Then you will chain 2, you will skip 2 stitches and work single crochet. Next stitch, chain 2, skip 2, and you repeat this across the row, and then you will chain 2 and work 1 single crochet in your turning chains in the beginning of the previous row, in top of turning chains. You can actually pierce this chain here like this, or you can work it like this, and then we turn and we work 3 chains for now. Next stitch, next row, and we start with 3 double crochet stitches in our first, here in this first 2 chain space. or 2 chain arcs, as you're used to pronounce it. This is the beginning of the row, and the stitch you will repeat across the row. This stitch will be worked like this. And we again 3 double crochet stitches into this arc or space, 2 chain space, and then we will work a long loop, and this loop will be crossed, so it's called cross long loop. Yarn over, insert your hook into that skipped single crochet, pull the yarn from behind like this, pull it up and work it as a normal double crochet, and it crosses here on the wrong side, and on the right side it crosses here. You will see this is one side and this is another side, and these loops are crossing. And repeat this stitch across the row and work 3 double crochet stitches into last 2 chain space and 1 double crochet in next one, and then you turn. And for the next row you will chain 1 again. Here you work into this loop before the second double crochet, and technically again when you look on this side, this would be the loop belonging to first stitch, and this would be the loop here. This is the loop belonging to the first double crochet, and this is the loop to next double crochet, and that's why I have specified that you work into that loop before second double crochet, so you don't think where to put it. Then 2 chains. Here you will skip 1, 2, 3, work 1 single crochet in next stitch, 1, 2, skip 1, 2, 3, and work 1 single crochet into next stitch. And this is how you repeat. I won't tell you exactly whether you put it into the long loop or into double crochet, because it doesn't matter. Just skip 3 stitches, and long loop it's also a stitch, and you work into next stitch, single crochet. And at the end of the row, once you have repeated this across the row, you will skip last 2 double crochet stitches and work single crochet in top of this turning chains, and then you turn and you repeat this 2 rows with 2 loops and rows with 2 chains, and you finish with row with 4 chains. Once you are satisfied with the length that your piece gives you, for example, if you crochet a gauge, I would say you will work a square that is 50 by 50 centimeters or 6 by 6 inches, and you see whether you like the stitch definition, or maybe you would like to have more space between the stitches, or maybe you want to have it tighter, and then you change the hook. And once you are satisfied with the stitches, you work last row with half double crochet stitches, and for this you will chain 2 and you work half double crochet in every 2 chain spaces and half double crochet in this single crochet, and make sure the number of stitches in this last row equals the number of stitches and this first row with half double crochet stitches. So here I have made a little scarf here, just a little scarf, and I made gauge here that I have inserted into this pattern, and we work our last half double crochet stitches here, and we want to make the edging in our scarf. And for the edging we'll chain 1, and we will work 1 half double crochet stitches into every row with half double crochet stitches, and interwrap every row with 2 chains. So this is an edge of row with half double crochet stitches, this is an edge of row with single crochet stitches, and when we see row with 2 loops, I suggest working 2 here, here we work 2 half double crochet stitches in each stitch of each row with long loops. If you think that you need more stitches, then you can work 3 half double crochet stitches into such rows, but it's up to you. It's up to you. Just make sure you don't your edge is not too tight. So here you see that your scarf is nice and puffy, and it's beautiful on both sides. And if you like to make a cardigan or sweater with these stitches, I have inserted the link into the description to this video. Happy crocheting! Hope you like it. Bye!